Welcome everyone, Lady Starfire here. Today I want to talk to you about being a witch, um, if you are a witch, if you want to be a witch, and witchcraft. There's a big difference between being a witch, being just pagan, and witchcraft. You know, being pagan is an actual way of life, with or without witchcraft. Being a witch is a term that is used for someone that lives the life. They are both nouns. Witchcraft is a verb, it is an action word. So you can be a witch, you can be pagan, and never do witchcraft per se. Witchcraft is not bad unless that is your intent. Witchcraft entails doing spells. A spell is the same thing as a prayer. You know, so the words actually intermix, and what you do is intermixed. So let's get into some things about this. Okay, as a beginner, you're going to see a lot of things on the internet, you're going to read in books, you're going to watch different social media things and people telling you either have to do all these things, you got to have all these candles and all these tools, or they're going to tell you, oh, you don't need any of it, use your mind. Here's the thing with that. Not everyone, and probably most people, cannot just concentrate on what it is that they're trying to achieve without having monkey mind. So monkey mind is when you're trying to do something and little things pop in. You know, don't forget you need milk. The same thing happens when people try to meditate. So that's where our tools come in handy. Now, some people can visualize things very well. So let's just say you want to do a healing spell. And so you're going to be focusing out there that healing. So most people see that as blue. Some people see it as green. There's no right or wrong. But, once again, you're using color vibration even if you're only using your mind. Because if you just sit there and go, I need healing for so and so, you're not really putting a lot of energy behind that. And even if you try to sit there for 5 minutes focusing it, most of the time you're going to start thinking of different things. Ooh, don't forget this, and ooh, don't forget that. There goes all the energy that you were trying to put into it, which is why we use things like candles, incense, herbs, stones, all these things that help to focus our intent. And when you're burning like a 7-day candle, it's keeping that going. Okay, that's why they call it a 7-day prayer candle. It equates to if whether you're Christian or whatever, but let's just say you're Christian and you knelt down and prayed for 7 days straight, 24 hours. It's physically impossible. Now, granted, there may be some monks somewhere that can, have managed to learn how to do this, but, we have to eat, we have to drink, we have to go to the bathroom for, anyway. So, once again, there's reasons for these and helping you achieve what it is that you need out of life. Now, there's also a big difference in whether or not you're doing it for the right reason. Doing anything out of greed will come back and bite you bad, okay? Because greed is not okay. It is perfectly fine to ask for what you need. So let's just say we're doing, let's just use a health spell. All right. If your child is sick and you're somebody that doesn't think you need any props, are you just going to sit there and leave it up to whatever to say, please heal my child? Or are you going to use everything at your disposal? You're going to grab that blue candle, you're going to grab your herbs, you're going to grab a stone, you're going to have your incense, your salt, your whatever, okay? And you're going to put it all out there to help make your child well. I don't care who you are to say that you don't need any of these things. When you're put in that pinch, if you have access to these things, you're going to use it all. And if you don't, you might want to think about your, some of your belief system. Now granted, there are some people that think all they got to do is pray, and that's fine for you. Me, if it's my child, my husband, anybody I care about, I'm going to be grabbing everything at my disposal to help them get well. If and no matter whatever the situation is, okay. So if I need to cleanse, I'm going to use some sandalwood sea salt and water, representing my earth and water. I'm going to use some incense, which is my fire and air. I'm going to do a black and white candle spell because I'm going to get rid of all that negativity. I'm going to bring in some positive. I'm going to use everything that I possibly can. Now, by the same token, does that mean that you can't do anything without any of this? No, it does not. Say you don't have access to it. You don't have the money, to go get anything. Yes, by all means, use what you can. You need to do a money spell, take you a deposit slip, write it out for what you need, put it on your altar, put it with some money, focus it, this is what I need. Take whatever you have. If all you have is a white candle, put a white candle with it. Doesn't have to be green. Yes, this is energy. The color of this has its own energy vibration, okay? But if all you have is this, use it. It's fine, okay? If all you have on you is a little tea light, use it. Anything that helps to focus your energy and put it out there. Now, by the same token, all right, this is an anathema. It's a ritual tool. It is used to direct energy, never to draw blood. Now, if I am wanting to cast a circle or I need to banish something, it's kind of like telling the robber, ooh, hold on, let me go get my gun so I can stop you. That doesn't happen. By the same token, you got some nasty things standing there that you need to banish. You don't have to say, oh, let me run to my altar. I need my anathema. No, you don't. Everywhere you go, you have an anathema. Okay? That's right here. You can even do it this way, all right, to help focus your energy out there. Think outside the box. Use what you have. Get what you need. If you're like me and you enjoy all these things, then use them, okay? I can do whatever without them. I like it, okay? I enjoy my candles. I enjoy my incense, my stones, my herbs. I love all of this. I like having that focus. So I can walk by every day that this candle's burning and I think about so-and-so needs that healing. Or I'm trying to get that job raise. Or whatever it is that you're doing, okay? Every time you see it, you think about it. So therefore, you're adding more energy in it, as opposed to doing it once and then going on about your life. And then you forget about it. So once again, there is no right or wrong on this part, okay? So now onto another little topic with this, because I have several things I wanted to try to cover all in one video. Okay, a lot of people, when they decide that they are moving away from their religion that they were raised up with in this country, most of which was Christian, and they move on to paganism. Well, they learn about the goddess. Some people go so overboard with trying to get away from what they were raised with that they no longer recognize the God. And everything is goddess, okay? When you do that, you're totally out of balance, because there is duality in everything, okay? Just because I use the word God, I'm talking about my God, the God that I know. There are many different gods and goddesses. Every pantheon throughout time has their own. So, just because somebody uses the word God doesn't mean they're talking about the Christian version of God or any other religious form of God. Find your God, your goddess, and that's who you worship. And if you're somewhere that they're doing a prayer, don't get all upset because they're saying God. Close your eyes and talk to your God, your goddess. But remember that everything is about duality. We all have male and female energies. We can't make a baby by ourselves. It takes a male and a female. There's day and there's night. You cannot have one without the other. So don't get all caught up in making everything one-sided, because then you're out of balance. So think about that, the next time when you're trying to get so away from one belief system that you go too overboard on the other one, because you're still just as out of balance as you were before you made the change. Okay, so back to a few things like some of the props. So, like stones, all right? Stones are a wonderful tool. They have wonderful energies about them. Each one is for something different. So, if I wanted to do a money spell or wanted to attract money, or I'm going in to ask for a raise, I'm going to take me a green stone. I like malachite because it's really great for that and for manifestation. And I'm probably gonna have one in my pocket that I have charged to aid me in getting this promotion or this raise or whatever it is, this job. So once again, tools can help. Rose quartz is used for love, emotions, and it's really great to help with self-love, something that most of us need to work on. Some of us love ourselves just fine, but a lot of people don't. And so, it's a really great thing to bring about that positive emotion within you. So, carry it. Once again, this is where different types of props, as some people like to call them, or I like to just call them tools. Tools of the trade. They're things that help us make us better. Your intent is still 100% the most important thing as you're using these. Because, if I'm trying to do a money spell and my intent is to feed my family, then I have a positive intent. If my intent is to stop you from getting that job, then I have a negative intent, and that's wrong. So, yes, your intent is extremely important, but using focal points are really, a very good idea. As far as visualization goes, if you can do that, you need to add that to anything that you do. But many people cannot. If I tell you to close your eyes and see a red ball because you want to work on your root chakra, most people can't. There are a lot of people that can, and they have no problem with it, and that's awesome. But there are many people that cannot see something in their mind's eye. So with practice they can, but right off they can't. So that's where having the tools help you to focus. All right, I think I've pretty much covered the majority of the stuff today. If there's something else that you would like to know about it, please leave it in the comments. I'm always willing to help. There are some really good books and there's some really not so good books. So be careful of what books you get. Be careful of what social media that you listen to. Check out stuff before you try it. And, just use your head, use your gut, and be safe. And make sure that you always keep a positive intent and that you're not greedy. Okay? Greed and focusing on ego is what will get you into a lot of trouble. So do things with the right intent, and everyone have a wonderful and blessed day. And if you would please like this video, subscribe if you haven't. If you have, thank you. I appreciate you greatly, and share if you like, and I'll catch you at the next video. Bye. Have a great day.